the way I realized I haven't recorded my week 1 check-in. Nurse, get her. Anyway, you know, I was struggling with the morning pages because I work a 9 to 5 and your girl likes to sleep and it takes me an hour to get to work. So what I did start doing though is I let myself type them in the diary app on my phone, because also I have ADHD, so it really fucking bothers me when I can't write as fast as I think, because then I forget things and then I like stop writing or I'll zone out and like I don't even realize that I wasn't writing. Like I was just thinking so much for a second. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't writing anything. But it is what it is. Anyway, so I still make myself like write physical pages on the weekends and like when I work from home on Monday and Friday, because that feels fair. The fuck, like it's also a practice in attention and focus. So lock in, Eva. I had some cute little artist dates. The first week I went to this like fabric warehouse. It's called Fab Scrap in Brooklyn. If you know, you know. But that was so wholesome and pure, and I had a really amazing time. And the second week I decided to stay home because your girl was tired and I needed to ground myself, and I forced myself to just like create for 2 hours. Just create. Maybe I'm gonna try looking in the camera. I keep looking at myself because I like to look at myself. But I would LOL because I thought in my head also because I'm a little insecure. But it's okay. I need to see what's going on. But it's also like, lock in. I wanted to share my affirmations for this week. Also, something about this journey that I'm really trying to prioritize is releasing shame and guilt and an expectation of myself to follow like strict timelines, and like forcing like a linear or like basically like colonized time. Like I want to live in my own free flow of my own rhythm of like how long this is going to take for me. Like just because it says week 1 doesn't mean it has to be 7 calendar days. Like I'm trying to give myself as much time as I need to work through them. I don't want to make this a pressure on me. I want this to be a releasing and healing process, a process that I give myself patience and time through. I need to go to bed. I always say that. It's okay. It's okay. These are my affirmations I had. I deserve a soft, fulfilling, and whimsical love that heals my inner child. I am rich and famous. I am. You just don't know yet. And my bank account just doesn't know yet. Anyway. I do whatever I want, how I want it, to honor my inner artist. And people love me for it. I am enough. I do not need to change. I am enough how I am now. There's this like, I think it's like a Van Gogh quote. I don't know, I saw it on Pinterest, y'all. Okay? It doesn't make it any less true or any less hard-hitting, but they said, if I'm worth something then, like in the future when I'm uber successful and living my best life, living my dreams, if I'm worth something then, I'm worth something now. Let that sink the fuck in. If I'm worth something then, I am worth something now. And lastly, they can't hurt me. And I want to add to that, even if they do hurt me, I will be okay. I will be okay. I also need to update this because I haven't touched this in 2 weeks. I'll do that right now while I keep talking to you. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, The assignment for this week was to pick 5 alternative lives as well, and to live your life as one of those for the week. The number one thing that I wrote down out of my 5 alternative lives was to be a shaman. I have always been drawn to being a healer, to being someone to take care of people and to bring them to the other side of pain, into transcendence, into healing, into comfort, into pleasure, into acceptance, into a new life of freedom and of relief. I think that's why I wanted to be a doctor for so much of my life. I studied psychology, and then I looked at music as my ultimate path of fulfilling that, but also just being an avid student and vessel for spirituality to grow and fester and just seep out of my soul and to touch other people has been really, really like life-changing. And yeah, I decided I was gonna live my week as a shaman. So that really made me think, like, what would a shaman do? Prayers, self-care, rituals, open-mindedness, practicing empathy and consistent meditation, but also like upholding strong boundaries, studying, trying to learn more about the world, and working with divination and working with the earth and with other people. And it was really grounding and centering in a way, because I realized I always knew success for me wasn't a dollar amount, it wasn't any physical possession, it was always going to be a feeling. And through living my week, trying to embody like what the life of a shaman would be like, what it means to be a shaman, I realized that is what success looks like for me, to have such a strong connection with the divine, to know that I have the power to heal people, to help them, to help myself, and to consistently be grounded and stay grounded, but also to be ungrounded and be okay with that, just to be accepting and to allow myself to flow between all of the states of life with ease and comfort and security. But yeah. Still in week 1. Well, this is what I'm writing in my little thingy for last week. Living my life as a shaman. Back from Mexico. Oh my god, fuck my roommate. This dirty, grimy bitch. I fucking hate her. I've never hated somebody like this in so long. It's actually like decentering. I don't really know how to handle it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm such a person that like I can just rise above it, be the bigger person. No, she makes me so petty. I literally had a dream where I beat her ass so bad, her fucking jaw dislocated, her teeth fell out. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I want her to step on Legos for the rest of her fucking life. But I'm so comfortable in that rage, because usually I don't let myself be angry. But it's like, I need to be angry because you have done me so dirty. You do yourself so fucking dirty. You do everyone around you so fucking dirty. You're fucking miserable. And I would be miserable if I didn't let myself be angry. You don't get to win. Shut the fuck up talking to me. I have to move because of this girl. I literally have to move. We had to call the police. Too much. Anyway. I started week 2 on Wednesday. I've been reading. I'm gonna do my assignments probably like Friday or something, like during my lunch break while I'm home. Really just grinding. Like, honestly, I can definitely notice that my creativity has like been freed in a way, because I used to all the time just be like living life, and like ideas would come into my head about music and about bars and all this stuff. Like, I just could never stop it. That's why I have like hundreds and hundreds of fucking notes in my phone, and it started happening again. And when it started happening again, I didn't even realize that it wasn't happening, which was a crazy moment. But I was like, wow. So now I'm even more committed to this because I'm like, I can see even more so how I need it and how it's helping me. But look at this. Isn't it so cute? I'm making a ski hood for my bestie. She's so cute. Shout out to Yuka. Finally caught up on this week. I also do the thing where it's like the 12-week year. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I really like it. I feel like it's a vibe. This is the start of my second year of this year, so this is week 1. Yeah, 24th to the 30th. Week 1, 12-week year, and the Artist's Way, we're in week 2. Trying to upload Love Fest content, trying to do my taxes, trying to pack because I have to pack up all of this shit and I have to move. I'm trying to just be grateful and happy. I cried. I needed to cry. I really needed to cry. I cried on the phone with my grandpa and he made me laugh. I love him. I love Geminis. I love him. I love him. I love him. And I've been working on music and I'm actually satisfied, which is crazy. I've read this thing in the book that is just hitting me so hard and I'm gonna write it down right now, but it's like, my job is to create art, not to judge what I create. Did that hit you how it hit me? Because it hit. Also, this is gonna be the last thing that I say because it feels very poignant and I want to be able to look back at this in years and have it. But I swear to God, I shifted timelines today. This is how I know. A few weeks ago at my job, we have a cafeteria. Sometimes they have specials where the chefs will like make their own special meal. There's this chef. He made lobster ravioli. This shit was so good. When I tell you, it was so good. Anyway, I'm talking to him. He gives me lobster ravioli. I try it. It's amazing. It was so amazing. I literally had to save some, like not finish it because I needed to be able to eat it later and re-experience that. I go back to the cafeteria a couple times later, see him, we talk. I swear to you, this man's name was Robert. I had called him Robert to his face. He had never corrected me on his name. I remember reading it off of his chef jacket. One thing about me, I'm not slow. I know how to read. I have a very good photographic memory. Okay, my IQ is 130. I'm not slow. There's no way I talked to you multiple times, calling you by Robert, reading it off your jacket, and you aren't Robert. Look, today I go up there, I see him. I'm like, oh, I've been craving this sandwich that they had made last week as one of the deli specials. And I go up to him and I tell him, I was like, do you guys have goat cheese? Can you make that sandwich? He's like, we don't have goat cheese. I don't think we do. And he's like, I can check. And I was like, do you have the cherry jam? Because I need this sandwich. I'm telling you, like that sandwich was so good. I've been craving it for the past few days and I need it again. He was like, I can try. He's like, I don't have goat cheese. And I was like, well, you know, you guys have this like cherry pepper jelly on the menu. Or he was like, I don't have the cherry jam. And I was like, y'all have this pepper cherry jelly. Like maybe you can just make it with that instead. He goes to the back, searches for the ingredients. All he has is the cherry jam and ricotta. He's like, I can make it with ricotta. And I was like, I'm good. In my head, I'm like, I'll just get sushi. I go order my sushi. Next thing you know, his boss comes. He has the goat cheese and the fucking cherry jam. He's like, I'm gonna make you that sandwich. I'm gonna say no. I already ordered my sushi, but I'm gonna say no. This is where it gets crazy. I'm like, Robert, thank you so much. I didn't say that. I look at his jacket and I was like, Albert. I was like, you wearing somebody else's jacket today? He was like, no, this is my jacket. He's like, I'm Albert. And I was like, no, there's no way, you're Robert. And then he was like, I'm Albert. And I was like, there's not a Robert that works here? And he was like, no. And then I was like, there's no way I've talked to you multiple times and read it off your jacket that your name was Robert and your name's not Robert. And he was like, oh, you mean my twin Robert? And I was like, yours a twin? So you're Albert and he's Robert? And he was like, no, I'm fucking with you. And I was like, I know you're fucking with me because your name is not Albert. He's like, no, my name is Albert. Like, and then somebody else is standing there too, and they're like, no, he's Albert. Like, he's always been Albert. And I was like, y'all are fucking with me because there's no way I've had multiple conversations with this man and his name is actually fucking Albert. Because every time I see him, I always read his name off his jacket to reconfirm to myself his name was Robert. So there is no fucking way your name isn't Robert. But it is Albert because I shifted timelines. That's the T. Your name is Albert because I shifted timelines. And he made me that fucking sandwich because he thought he didn't have it, but he did have it. And it got made for me. And it was kind of as delicious. It wasn't as delicious. They put too much cherry jam, but it was still good. It was still really good, and I really appreciated the gesture. Shout out to Albert, who was Robert. But I say all that to say, I have this book. I'm going to calculate the name vibrations of Robert versus Albert because it's a numerology book. And I'm going to see what that's going to decode to me about the timeline that I left to the timeline that I'm in now. I know this sounds really woo-woo wah-wah, but I don't care because I know something happened. This is going to look so crazy, but it's okay. I don't care. Have a good night, y'all.